Hello everybody, this is jBrereton here again with another episode of Dominions 4. Let's see what's going on. So I've got a match from TC about Dom 4 Discord. I'll probably end up going there at some point trying to thrash out a deal with them. Enchantment was finished, as was Alteration, so I've moved everything over to Enchantment. We searched Spires of Ascension, didn't find anything. There's a new profit for Atlantis. Once again, they've failed to rename it. That's a crying shame. In jBrereton, which is the throne province close to everyone. So there's a sorcerer here. I believe, well, let's take a look at what's happened here. He is... that's not the guy. This is the guy with the silly hat. Right, okay, so he's Blood 2, Death and Astral. Doesn't have any blood saves though, although I think he can use some of the ones over here. And his script might change depending on what was attacking him. It didn't look terribly scary. It looked like he was casting just some minor personal buffs, but if we actually attacked, he might have a rather different set of things to do. Nevertheless, I think I'm going to. I think we've got a capable enough force that we can hack it. Right, let's so let's get some higher morale guys up here. Let's morale 5. Fucking oh right, because they're starving. Right, okay, gotcha. Gonna change where those palisades being built. I've done a tiny bit this turn already, but so what's going on in here? So we've got fire large monsters. That's fine. We can just set that to fire cavalry. These guys packing up front. This guy's holding attack. No, let's just go attack rear. These guys. Let's have them around there. So given what's in there, a bunch of conjurers, circumasters, and this sorcerer, I would assume we're going to get hit with a bit of stuff like agony, but we probably are not going to have to deal with that many skeletons. I mean, animate skeleton, okay, fine, it exists, but it's like one skeleton at a time. Given we're going in with like 100 and some guys, I think we should be okay. Now over here we are going to this province with hopefully what was a large enough force. The wet ones are going to take most of the brunt of this attack. Hopefully we can. I'll get some fireflies. Hopefully we can manage to escape the worst of any kind of retaliation when we get into close combat by doing the Firefly's order. But this attack could fail. Hopefully it won't. It shouldn't do. Got a pretty strong force attacking. So, and the good old hold stay behind troops order. So. Yeah, this really oughtn't to go wrong, just because we've got a fairly decent size force attacking. We've got our guys are going to be blessed. Now, going up enchantment for the sake of more skeletons to fight this guy with. Niflheim, I forget if I checked it out on the last video, but basically said, do you want to fight Katis? The answer is of course yes. Over here we should be recruiting another sorceress, and generally just keeping up the attacks. Let's see if there's anyone with abnormal growth scales. That's got relatively low dominion, so I don't think that's to blame for the low growth. If you find a province with death dominion where it doesn't otherwise belong, it's certainly worth searching for death in that province, because there's a pretty high chance that it's at the very least plausible to be a undiscovered death site that's responsible for that. Lisa, yep, you want to go as well, mate? Shouldn't be a problem. Let's get him leading those just for the extra point morale. Every little helps, and yeah, we see how this goes, I guess. This guy over here is just going to patrol, I guess. I literally cannot remember why I brought him up here. Maybe maybe it was for some Atavi or something, to lead Atavi. It probably won't have been for a fort because this guy's already here, so yeah. Always enjoyable to go back to your turns. The thing about playing online is that you don't have the same flow as when you're playing single player, so you're trying to remember what you were thinking about a day or two ago. In my case, about a day and a half. He's going to go up there, okay, and then maybe hunt in Miskia, or even the capital. Don't really want to hunt anywhere with a lower population than around here. Or actually, there we go, I'll just have them search. It's always worth searching in swamps. They have a higher than average potential for sites to be spawned, and any additional death income we can get this early on is good. You know, it's all going to snowball to the point where when our pretender awakes, there should hopefully be a bit of a stash waiting for him. That's the hope anyway. And this province, we're going to get certainly at least one turn of palisades being built. If we can take this province out with minimal losses, I assume there'll be some scattering because of the amount of agony it's going to get thrown about. We are probably going to be able to come back and defend it no matter what happens, so that'll be good. Hopefully we won't lose all our armies by two slightly reckless attacks, but nothing ventured, nothing gained and all that, because this province would be very useful to have. Air mages are always at a premium for any nation, especially one that has a couple of problems in the mid-game, which air does quite a lot to solve. The more stuff you can get up, like, well, way further on the tree, but when you get stuff like Arifend, that is hugely beneficial for Kailasa, and its relatively low protection sacreds. I noticed we got this stuff, but I never actually summoned any, so I'm going to see if we've got a couple of guys who can summon an Asura or two. Actually, just the one. It's always quite tempting to get some elephants, but they're going to have a really bad time against hydras, and they are not poison immune, and they crush everything they accidentally fall over. So, you know what, we'll get some to do the deer tribe and stuff. Let's go for it. Why the hell not? Right. And I think that's going to be it for the turn. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it all comes off swimmingly. Now, Katissa's god may advance or may retreat back to their own provinces. Niflheim is probably going to attack this, so we'll see what happens. It depends on how confident they're feeling as to which way they go. And a couple of turns we'll have race skeletons as well, which is going to be very helpful against this guy, because all of the Death 1 mages can cast it with a gem, so there's quite a big difference between just getting out 4 per turn and or I guess 6 per turn, and getting out 12 per turn. That's a substantial difference, because the Devourer of Souls doesn't have many attacks and it has a relatively high fatigue rating. The other way we can take care of this guy later on is with stuff like Mind Hunt, but we're a little way away from that at the moment. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next turn. Thank you very much. Goodbye.